Now News Extra at KNEB 7:51, and with our program this morning, here's Kevin Mooney.
Thank you very much, Dennis. Good morning, everyone. We're pleased this morning to have Robert Thompson Jr. here. He is the new theater director up at WNCC, and his first project up at the college you'll be able to see this weekend. It's a play that's called La Llorona, a love story. And I said that right, huh?
Yeah, you did.
All right, that's cool. We're off to a good start. All right, so before we get into the play, let's talk a little bit about you because you're not really from this area.
No,
so
from
kind
these
of
parts, no.
So kind of explain how you got here.
Sure. I originally grew up in Illinois. So as you know, we were just talking about the Cubs.
You're talking about the Cubs and the Cardinals.
And
your family's kind of split.
We
right?
are.
Okay.
But I grew up in Decatur, Illinois, which is like right smack dab in the middle of the state. I did my undergraduate work at Western Illinois University, so kind of grew up there in the pride of the prairie. Then I did my graduate work on the East Coast, University of Connecticut. Did some work in New York and traveled around. Did some regional theater work and started teaching. I taught as a TA at UConn, and then I came back to Illinois to teach, and that's where I met my wife. I taught at Monmouth College, Knox College, Carl Sandburg Community College. I guess I should say, I went to community college myself, and so that really kind of stuck in my heart. I just love the community college setting. I love everything about it. I love the students. I love the teachers. I love the ratios. It's such a great avenue for, I think, a community, a local town, to kind of come together and focus on education. We send our students a lot of times out of the town. But this way we're able to keep our our students, our people here in town, and be able to benefit from that. I think right. So that's kind of been my pride, my joy is to be a part of a community college. And so when I was teaching at Monmouth, it's a 4-year university. Knox College is a 4-year university, but Sandburg was a community college, and I really wanted to teach at a community college. That's really just been I wanted to make that my life's work because I really enjoy that.
All right, so that's great, and we're glad you're here. Tell us a little bit about this play, which you mentioned you kind of want to do some plays that have some social relevance to them. You can always do some fun stuff, but maybe in the academic world, it might be good to do some plays that have some.
Well, you got to mix it up, right? You got to mix it up. I think as an academic institution, we have the benefit to be able to produce plays that are challenging. And we have an audience that understands academia for the most part, that understands that when you go to class, you're going to learn something. Well, when you come to the theater, I'd like you to learn something. I'd like you to be aware of something. So my goal is not to change you. I don't want to change anything. I just want to start a dialogue. Maybe bring something that's been kind of marginalized. That's been not considered or whatever. And I think that's what's going on with La Llorona, a love story, is that I'm hoping to bring and start a dialogue between perhaps some people that haven't really talked about multicultural, intercultural relationships, particularly here in this area.
All right. Very good. We'll take a break, talk more with Robert right after this.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and you know what that means. Time again for the big event, Save a Rack at Bacharach's on Wednesday, October 28th. Last year was awesome, and we're looking to make it bigger and better this year. KNEB, along with Bacharach's and Regional West, invite you to donate your decorated bra for the live auction to raise money for breast cancer awareness and a festival of hope. And again, the business challenge. So you businesses out there, bling up your brassiere and donate to the live auction. It all happens Wednesday, October 28th. Save a Rack at Bacharach's.
We're back on News Extra. We're talking to Robert Thompson, who is the new theater director up at WNCC. His first project is this weekend. It's a play called La Llorona, a love story. And it's a little bit different play, utilizing actors mostly from the college. They have one other community member. And it's you have a pretty minimal cast, only about 5 people in this, right?
Yeah, there are 5 people. We have Nick Carlson, who's our person from the community. I'm sorry, Nick McDaniel. Got his name wrong. Nick McDaniel. He is from the community. I think he's going to join us next semester. Right now he's
so
working.
He'll be a student next semester.
But the rest of them, Marissa Plummer, Brandolyn Mendoza, Andrew Smith, and Rachel Carpin are all students. It's interesting to note that Rachel, Andrew, and Marissa are all students of mine. They're theater majors, so they are in my class, in my acting class, and so I have them. Actually, I think Andrew's even my introduction to theater class. So we're getting an ensemble. We're creating that ensemble. We're kind of coming together as a good team.
Yeah,
they're a core group of from which I think my hope is that the next time people come in, the new classes, they will see these kids, they will see these students, and they will say, "Wow, I got to get on their level. If I want to be a part of this, I got to get on their level and devote the same kind of attention and have the same kind of conviction and have the same kind of work ethic that these students have." And they've been kind of just a godsend from helping me kind of establish my expectations of what I have for my students.
All right. Tickets can be purchased over at the WNCC business office Monday through Friday. Students, absolutely free, so hopefully a lot of students will be there. Yeah. But what they want, folks from the community, that's only $5 if you want to go see the play, if you're from the community. And it's tomorrow night, Saturday night, and then Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock. So pretty easy. The play starts at 7:30 both nights. And like you said, it's a love story. We got about a little less than 2 minutes. Real quick, if you can briefly
we could talk
what
about La Llorona, a love story. It's kind of interesting. It takes place in the 1990s, and there's a young couple, Jeffrey and Liz, moving down into Mexico to set up the equivalent, it's called Taco Tower. So they're going to sell tacos, and he's a restaurant person. He's going to sell tacos in Mexico. And so he's running into a lot of problems. This happens during the 90s, which happened during NAFTA, the North American Fair Trade Agreement, where there ended up being some corruption. Some things happened between America and Mexico where the agreement didn't quite work out well for the Mexicans. And so their economy crashed. And so it's kind of speaks to a little bit about income inequality when you talk about the economy. It speaks a lot to interculturalism between the two couples when they come together. And especially when you talk about La Llorona, this is a story that kind of is embedded, I think, in Mexican culture. And it's not too many people have heard about it here in America. So I think it's something that is so embedded in one culture, and some people have never heard of it. I think just the title alone, it's a way to begin that interculturalism, begin that dialogue, and say, what is that? La Llorona, who is that? Well, that's the weeping woman. That's the woman who cries at night. You know, that's the woman who will get you if you don't eat your vegetables and come in at night. Okay.
All right, very good. And once again, it's this weekend over at WNCC La Llorona. And help out Robert here. Make sure you get to the play this weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday afternoon. Appreciate you coming in.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.